Do you feel that tension in the air? Something huge is about to drop, and it could shake Washington to its core. The long-hidden Epstein files, a vault of names and details many in power would rather you never see, are on the verge of being released. This isn't a rumor anymore. With a sudden political shift in Congress, the numbers have lined up for a vote that could finally force the public release of these explosive documents. And at the center of it all are questions about who knew what and how far some officials went to keep it buried. According to former Trump official Kash Patel, he never once spoke to Donald Trump about the Epstein files. That's what he testified under oath. But now a showdown is coming that will test whether that's true. If it turns out Patel wasn't honest, he could be facing perjury charges. And that's just one thread of this tangled web. Lawmakers have grilled Patel repeatedly. Did you tell Donald Trump his name appears in the files? Did you tell the Attorney General? Under pressure, Patel dodged, shifted, and refused to give clear yes or no answers. At one point, he even tried to redirect the conversation, accusing lawmakers of ignoring violent crime and harboring pedophiles in sanctuary cities. But the question kept coming. Did he or didn't he tell the Attorney General that Trump's name appears in the Epstein files? His answer was never straightforward, and his evasiveness has only fueled speculation. Behind the scenes, the situation is just as dramatic. Reports describe tense White House meetings, finger-pointing, and panicked attempts to control the narrative. It's been described as a bomb going off inside the administration, chaos triggered by the possibility that the Epstein documents might finally see daylight. There have even been strange symbolic moments surrounding this scandal. A statue that appeared in Washington, D.C., supposedly honoring the friendship of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, was quietly removed in the middle of the night. Trump wanted it gone, but as critics have pointed out, removing a statue doesn't remove a scandal. According to new reporting, the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein case was marked by disorganization and high-stakes strategy sessions. Officials worried not just about the president's image, but also about the potential fallout if friends, allies, or even Trump himself were named in the files. Some inside the administration reportedly believe the files might be doctored to harm Trump, a remarkable admission that strongly suggests they knew damaging material might already be in there. Pam Bondi, Trump's former attorney general, played a key role in this mess. Early in her tenure, she was asked on Fox News whether the Justice Department would release Epstein's alleged client list. Her answer stunned Trump officials. "It's sitting on my desk right now to review," she said. She claimed she was personally reviewing the files under Trump's directive. That public statement blindsided the White House, which hadn't been warned she would bring it up. Officials scrambled to do damage control and reportedly told Bondi never to mention it again. Adding to the drama, Bondi and Patel were seen as working closely behind the scenes. Critics claim they were scheming about how to manage the problem of Trump's name appearing in the files. Meanwhile, right-wing influencers were given almost no notice before being pushed into a poorly planned PR stunt involving Epstein's material. Images of officials holding up binders of alleged evidence, one of the worst crimes imaginable, like trophies, quickly went viral for all the wrong reasons. Now, however, a new political reality has upended Trump's hopes of keeping the Epstein files sealed. A Democrat recently won a special election in Arizona and has pledged on her very first day in Congress to sign a discharge petition that would force a vote to release the files. That petition needs 218 signatures to succeed, and with her victory, supporters say they finally have the votes. The measure is co-sponsored by a bipartisan pair of lawmakers, Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna. Both have been vocal about their support for transparency on this issue. Still, the effort could falter if any of the three Republicans who have already signed on decide to back out under pressure. House Speaker Mike Johnson and other Republican leaders have procedural tricks they can use to block or delay the vote, just as they've done with other discharge petitions in the past. But with growing public interest and bipartisan momentum, the usual tactics might not be enough. Inside the White House, Trump's team has been divided over how to handle the crisis. Some aides reportedly believe the issue would blow over and couldn't understand why the public remained so focused on Epstein. But Trump himself was reportedly worried, not just about his own name, but about the names of friends who might also appear in the files. The idea that the documents might be manipulated to hurt him sounds less like a defense and more like an attempt to get ahead of damaging revelations. Even longtime Trump allies are calling this one of the worst managed PR events in history. Ty Cobb, who worked in Trump's first White House and helped manage the Russia investigation fallout, called the Epstein file fiasco a textbook example of how not to handle a crisis. And as these documents edge closer to release, the stakes couldn't be higher. For months, Trump's allies have been trying to stall, distract, and suppress the Epstein files, but the clock is ticking. With each new political development, the chance grows that the public will finally see what's inside. If the files are released, they could expose not just Epstein's vast network of clients and enablers, but also the full extent of who in government and business helped protect him. The truth is, no one knows exactly what's in those documents except the people who've seen them. And that's precisely why the fight to keep them secret has been so intense. But if they are as explosive as insiders claim, their release could reshape public understanding of one of the darkest scandals in modern history. Trump's desperation to keep the files sealed raises obvious questions. What is he afraid of? Why would a sitting president direct his attorney general to personally review such sensitive material? And why did his top aides scramble to control the narrative after Bondi's slip on live television? We're now at the brink of a major showdown. The discharge petition is moving forward. A new Congress member has vowed to sign. Bipartisan support is growing. And the White House's old tactics may not be enough to stop the vote. This could be the moment when years of secrecy finally give way to sunlight. What happens next could define political careers, shatter reputations, and rewrite the public record on one of the most notorious criminal conspiracies of our time. The Epstein files have been a symbol of power, privilege, and protection for far too long. Now the dam may finally be breaking. Stay tuned, because the fight over the Epstein files isn't just about one man or one case. It's about whether the most powerful people in America can continue to hide their secrets, or whether, at last, the truth will be laid bare.